live.
Greg Sullivan, we finally done it outside at the Haussman Resort Pool Club and Smokehouse, soon to be brewery.
Nice. Congratulations.
Everybody ignore that. That not now. We haven't.
He's not there. It's your imagination.
Right now, we got to do.
We will let you know when the guest arrives.
Our fun open, Craig Sullivan. It is really good to see you. But I'll tell you what, the days are starting to get shorter already. I'm depressed about it. And I don't even know what time it is anymore. What time is it, Craig Sullivan?
It's time for an audit.
Yeah, babe. Hey everybody, welcome to the one and only Friday Night Audit. That's Craig Sullivan. I'm Glenn Haussman. You're still ignoring him until the official introductions. Thanks for joining us here on the Friday Night Audit, the only show on the internet that will cause you to drink, but for all the wrong reasons. Craig, great to see you.
Great to see you, brother. I'm glad to see that the swim club is open, sort of, kind of.
It's about time that the Haussman Resort Pool Club Smokehouse Dispensary and soon-to-be brewery is open. We are in full swing over here, and it's great to be out in the backyard, particularly since the weather has been so atrocious all spring. Anyway, Craig, this is
it really has. I'm sorry, I'm going to cause on it. It has been a real shitty spring. I mean, now my wife has a garden, so it's actually been great for her,
all right,
because she has all the rain in the world. But it has been rainy. It's been cold. I mean, actually, the last couple of days has been 68 to 70. It's been nice, but it's not exactly summer season weather. So what's going on, guys?
Hey, well, Craig,
before we introduce our first guest, who's in the green room, he's not on screen with us. David, would you bring up that first photo, please?
Which one was the first one? You just sent me photos.
First one.
The comes before the second one.
No, I know which one. I think I know which one he was referring to. Maybe.
Yes. Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Glenn Haussman.
Thank you.
Their twin boys graduated.
Hey, hold on, let me get myself.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Yeah.
Golf clap.
Congratulations.
I don't know what I'm smiling because I got to start paying for college in another month.
But before you do that, a leaker told me that your wife said she now only has one male child at the house.
Is that true? Well, yeah. I mean, not including the cats. Yes, I think that would be true. Craig, I appreciate the congratulations. I have a little stuff to share about that, but I think we have a guest tonight. This is starting to get awkward.
We do. I think Mad Men was based on him. CJ Arlotta, CJ is in the swim club over at the Haussman Smokehouse.
Welcome.
Officially,
CJ, you're allowed to speak right now.
I'm allowed to speak now.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Excited to be here.
Welcome.
Notice that CJ came to the drinking show. We have a Friday Night Audit first here, ladies and gentlemen. CJ, instead of bringing a drink to the show, is puffing on a cigar.
I am.
Yep.
So first cigar in the tank. So I guess it's Glenn. This is as good a time as any to start the drinking off.
Hey Dave, thanks so much for doing that because I totally would have forgotten it. CJ, this was really great. This is Craig. It's so much fun to not only have him come over in the backyard, but to bring me booze, which was really delightful. So, CJ, tell us a little bit about what you decided to bring tonight and why.
So, in addition to the cigar that I've brought, I decided to bring some Montauk Summer Ale, local brewery out here on Long Island.
Yep.
I brought it because I still haven't been there, and I've been meaning to go. I just
To Montauk?
to the brewery. I've been to Montauk.
Montauk's fight the schlep.
It is a long drive. I would like to go in the summer, but as we know, there's a lot of traffic out there in the summer.
Yeah, seriously. There's a 10 to 15 mile line of people moving at 1 mile an hour, all going
Exactly.
right now. Horrible on Friday.
Yeah.
Speaking of the island in Montauk, real quick, Stephanie, our good friend of the show, Stephanie, which we're having our dance off between her and our Red Root, or Jesus Christ, what am I talking about? Matt, yes. She's out in the Hamptons this weekend with her family. So she made the crazy trip of going.
Is she dancing her way around?
She actually danced her way to the Hamptons from JFK.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive. All right, so Montauk, what do you like about these?
Well, I find it. What do I like about these? I mean, it's a pretty delicious beer, the summer ale, especially light, crisp. But again, brought it because I haven't been there. I don't like going to Montauk because of the lines. Yeah. It's too. I don't wait on lines, Glenn.
Right.
I don't do
the
lines.
backyard. I don't like leaving the backyard.
That's right.
That's why it's Smokehouse Dispensary and soon to be brewery.
This is great.
Yeah.
Everybody's catering to me. There are no lines here. Yeah. It's amazing.
Actually, my role model is Howard Hughes. So.
Yet you still leave on a regular basis, Glenn.
Well, I'll be leaving on Monday to go to High Tech in Orlando, so I'm looking forward to doing that and getting my tech on. So that'll be fun, hanging out the Amadeus booth doing some broadcasting. Yep. Yeah. What do we got over there?
Are we looking at Montauk? Yes. Very far out there, as you can tell.
They call that the end on bumper stickers.
On bumper stickers, they do. They do call it the end.
I don't think people realize how big Long Island actually is sometimes. Glenn, you're going to live. Glenn, you should be living right around here somewhere, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, you got Brooklyn, then you got Queens, then Nassau, then Suffolk. I'm more of like the middle of the middle if you're looking at the whole island.
Yeah.
So this is like, if you're going from like JFK out there, this is like a good 2.5 hour train ride / drive without traffic. But if you can see over here, take a look at the slowdowns.
Yep, exactly.
It's looking good, guys. The slowdowns are there.
I have to leave like 5 hours ahead of time to go to JFK because anything can happen. You have no idea. Is there a meteor that's going to happen?
Seriously.
The traffic.
It is so bad that even on Sundays there's going to be zero traffic and you're going to get there in an hour. I still leave like 3 hours, 4 hours before my flight because I get so nervous.
Yeah, and then I have to afterward. I have TSA pre-check and clear and all of that because again, I said I don't wait online.
Right.
So, but when I get there, I have to go at the gate and I will sit there and I'll grab a beer, do some work, but that's it. I need to be right in front of the gate.
Get into the Sky Club, baby.
Well, I go into the Sky Club too. I check my gate first though. I make sure that's where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
It's so great that you guys are having a wonderful conversation to each other and just leaving us all forgotten.
Jump in anytime.
Jump in.
No, but you guys are looking at each other. Look at us.
I'd rather.
Why
Where's
do they want to look
Suzanne?
at the
I need
camera?
Suzanne with a sign. Where's her sign? Right? Doesn't she have a sign or something she puts up? By the way, Amy Montgomery says she's driving to West Virginia. She can't chat much, but she's sure enjoying listening to it on her car speakers.
That is so much
Thank you
fun.
for listening.
Yeah.
So there's nothing better on your radio, Amy, than this batch of madness that you could be listening to right now.
Talking about the Delta Sky Club Lounge.
Yeah. And I'm very excited. As a matter of fact, CJ, on Monday, I'm going to go extra early to LaGuardia because the brand new terminal has finally opened.
It's opened.
And they've got an amazing Sky Club there, I hear, that's going to rival the one I just saw in LA. So I'm super excited.
I was there. They opened because I was in Texas last week or so.
Oh, that's cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Baja, Oklahoma.
Yeah. Craig, you know what?
Baja, Oklahoma. Okay.
Yeah.
That's Texas. Baja, Oklahoma.
All right. So let me ask you this, Craig. What are the features that you like most in a Sky Club?
Being left alone.
Good answer. Great answer.
I like the quiet section where there's no kids running around and the ability to get some work done and have a decent bite to eat. And if it's late enough in the day, a couple of cold cocktails before I get on the plane.
Yeah.
Craig, this is making a very large assumption that you actually do any work at this point in your life. And
hey, hashtag permanent vacation.
Yeah.
Speaking of it,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
I was saying, speaking of vacations, Craig. So we looked at one of the best vacation spots in New York. Actually, no, we didn't go down to Atlantic City, but we looked at Long Island. It's okay. It's not so bad. But I think you wanted to show a California vacation spot, no?
Well, that, and I wanted to show a comparison of island sizes. So this is my humble little island that I live on.
Right.
So this is what, maybe like a quarter of a town in Long Island? I love this. But wait, look what Google Maps description is. Tiny island.
That's it.
I think that's a new series on the History Channel.
Hosted by Glenn and myself.
Tiny Islands. Yep.
So how does this work though, Craig? Because I only see one way in and one way out.
We do have an auto ferry. It's 3 minutes over to the peninsula, 3 cars on the auto ferry. And it runs 12 hours a day.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
So but do you guys get a lot of traffic on this little bridge here? And then these people over here, they got one bridge to get in and then one bridge to get over there.
Not really a big bridge.
No?
No.
So traffic, no traffic? What are we
doing?
Whole
island's just a couple, 2.5 miles in circumference.
I love how we're doing a geography lesson here on the podcast.
No, I just wanted you to see the comparison in islands. So
that's
well, actually, if you think about it, I'm on an island too right now.
Oh, yeah, Manhattan Island.
That's right. Manhattan Island. So we're all islanders right now. I love it.
Dave, can we pull that up?
So listen, guys, I know you out there in the spectrum of the world are not very familiar with this place called Manhattan. It's not a very popular place. Nobody really knows about it too well, but it is an island.
That's kept secret.
It is an island. There is water going around it.
David's promoting tourism.
None of it's very clean. Although people
is compared to just Brooklyn.
That's true. It's only 2.6 miles wide. People have swam around the entire island before. Don't know why they would do that. But if you have ever heard of this beautiful little island called Manhattan, come visit it sometime. We have a couple things to do out here. It's not too crazy, but there's a couple things to do.
Hey, listen, some people love the smell of raw sewage and bacteria.
Yes.
That's the way to start your day.
You're sitting outside at a restaurant, right on the street.
I love that.
Beautiful.
I can't see who this user is. So, Glenn, if you're able to tell me, I don't know.
Nope.
But if you got to pick one bumper sticker and put it on your car, what would it say?
The end.
I'm not a big bumper sticker guy, to be honest with you. But if I had to, I have to think about this one for a little bit. I'm going to come back to that question.
All right.
Please do.
Remember what you were going to say before?
About were we talking about the Sky Club Lounge?
Yeah.
They implemented new rules.
Oh, the 3 hour.
The 3 hour rule.
All right,
How do we feel about that?
So at the Delta Sky Lounge, you're no longer allowed to enter it more than 3 hours. Honestly, I was kind of annoyed by it at first, but 3 hours is kind of all right. And it's not if you have a delay, it's no worries.
Right.
If you have a layover and it's longer, it's no worries. So I don't know. It's still kind of a jerk move, though. I don't like to drink
think so.
Because like I told you, jerk move. It really is.
Yeah. Like I said, I get there 5 hours early. So I like to go there, relax.
They're saying some people are like using it for offices. Who goes to the airport to hang out
I thought the same thing.
I mean, the only time that sometimes I've been there 5-6 hours early, but that's because you're at the hotel and you wake up the next morning. Your flight happens to be a little later. There's no reason to stay at the hotel. Craig, you dropped me off 4 hours before my flight or something like that last week, right? So
and remember when you got into LA and you had a $90 Uber ride from LAX to the Jewel City of Commerce
that was not
to
fun.
where we were staying.
That was not fun.
I figured out my bumper sticker.
All right.
Hey.
And we're going to actually get this made. and we're going to put it. There's 2 bumper stickers, actually.
Yeah.
They're going to get made. They're going to get put up for sale at the #1 and exclusive store for all of your no vacancy content. Or sorry, Friday Night Audit content. Where are we
Red
going?
Bubble.
Disaster. Complete disaster.
It keeps getting worse, David.
I think so. My #1 bumper sticker is going to be honk for Haussman. Anybody who knows Glenn.
Hashtag honk for Houseman.
Hashtag
Everybody
honk
start
for
putting that up
Houseman.
on Facebook right now.
And then, of course, we can go with our good old standard hashtag Grumpy Glenn.
Yeah, there we go. It'll be right next to the end bumper sticker, right? And Salt Life bumper sticker that as well.
We had back when we used to go out to Montauk, we got my kids those fun Montauk lifeguard sweatshirts with the hoodies and stuff, and they do have the end t-shirts and stuff. Craig, Montauk used to be the most amazing, coolest, special place because it was where city hadn't caught up to it yet.
Right.
Now it kind of has, and all of Long Island has really started to become homogenized, and it's lost a lot of its specialness. And when I was a kid going out to Montauk, and even until just 5-10 years ago, it was just so awesome because it just felt very classic New England-y, except we didn't have good clam chowder out there.
Last time I was out there was probably 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it seemed very quaint, New England-y.
Yeah.
A lot of family-owned businesses that were just a lot of fun. I don't think I even saw a freaking Starbucks, which is fine.
Yeah.
But that's a shame if it's losing that personality that made it what it is.
I hate to rapidly switch topics, but I saw the strangest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
The Starbucks in your garage.
Starbucks that's in the strip mall near us closed.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. It's crazy.
They closed a Starbucks on the corner of a Manhattan street. Okay, that never happens.
Well,
there's one on every corner.
Yeah.
Well, they closed one corner.
That's crazy. But it's so funny because when the Starbucks was really expanding, they were opening up. They would literally open up one on 6th Avenue and 23rd Street and 26th Street and 30th Street.
Maybe it's in Subway where they just open up too many stores and they just can't hold on. They're just cannibalizing each other.
Yeah.
Because Subway had that issue, right? They were the most franchised, restaurant in the country, and then they had to close a bunch because they kept cannibalizing each other.
Well, that's a whole other story. Apparently, there's a whole lot of scummy operations, and I don't want to get into it to the legalities of it, but it was like
less is more.
Seriously, look it up. What they did to a lot of their franchisees seems to be on the atrocious side.
Do you want
franchisees
do you even want to talk about Jared?
I don't think any of them franchise.
No, I think there's no good way to talk about Jared.
No, they're franchised. Yeah,
I am shocked that he's still alive in prison, though.
No, it wouldn't be so bad if he wasn't. But they're franchised, Craig.
Starbucks.
Oh no, he's talking about Subway. I thought.
Oh,
Subway is totally franchised.
Yeah.
Were you guys talking about Glenn? Were you talking about Starbucks or Subway?
I missed the transition to Subway. So.
Oh, it was very elegant. It was very secret. You didn't even notice it. I know.
Yeah. Maybe if you pay attention. Maybe if you pay attention to the show, you'll know what's going on.
I mean, I followed it. I don't know, guys. I'm right next to you, though.
Right.
So.
Well, yeah, you're right next to him. So there's a difference doing the show right next to him and 3,000 miles away.
Oh, that's.
Bruce Ford says New York is not New England. I don't know. So could you? All right.
No, it's not. That's why I said without the clam chowder.
How you feeling, Bruce?
But could you consider? All right, let's go back to the Long Island map. Because you can really, if you really want to make a stink, and I go, no Long Islander would ever want to actually admit this.
All right, yeah.
But if you look at Long Island, you're basically in Rhode Island. And you can kind of call that a New England.
Right, so here's what I would say. I would say typically the New York area, your area is the Mid-Atlantic, not New England at all. And I know Connecticut's New England, but I don't know. Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, that's all New England. But I would also add as a special addendum, maybe the last 20 miles of the north and south fork of Long Island. They share again, a lot of the similarities with that up until the New York-y part started to affect them, but it really had the same kind of feel as there. So I think you go either way with that little bit. Montauk, Orient Point, that kind of stuff.
I love Bruce Ford with the accent on Montauk. That is fantastic.
I wish I could read the screen.
Montauk.
Can you guys explain?
Hey, I think we have a first-time viewer. Arnie Garfinkel's watching right
Hey,
now.
Yeah, Arnie. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I can't read any of the comments because.
Can you guys explain?
I have a 36-foot screen in my office, so I can be able to see everything.
Can you explain the fork?
Yes.
For those who are uninitiated.
During the Ice Age, when the
actually have to go.
No, don't you guys call it like the North Fork and the South Fork or something like that?
There's a North Fork and
And
there's
a
a South
South
Fork.
Fork.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So everyone knows about Montauk and the Hamptons. What the hell? What the hell's up here?
Wine country.
Right. The South Fork is the Hamptons and Montauk. The North is exactly what he said. You could get wine and pies.
Wine and pies. Okay, there we go. Let's go.
Now, if I
Delicious
want to,
pies, gray wine, yes. Yeah.
if I want to get from Old Saybrook to
All right.
Pie
So
country,
if you
to Pie
look
country.
at the very end in Orient Point, right at the end in Orient Point, there's ferries that take you up to New England.
See, that's the little blue dot line here.
Yes, that's
'Cause
right.
I was going to say, if you want to go from Old Saybrook to
takes
Orient,
you-
you have to go into the city to come back out, but you really
Now,
don't.
what's really cool is it takes you to like Groton, Connecticut, and as you're pulling in, you get to see the submarine factory, General Dynamics, where they build nuclear submarines, is there, and you can see some of them sometimes parked there. So that's really freaking cool.
Is that why all the Wall Street people are moving to Connecticut because of that ferry?
Maybe no, because the ferry, once you get to Orient Point, it's like a 3-4 hour journey to New York City. It's for me being in the middle of Long Island. If I need to go to anywhere from like eastern Connecticut beyond, then going out and taking the ferry is an option for me. It doesn't really save me time, but I avoid going all the way through the New York City, having to go through the bridges up there and go in the hell of I-95, which is Connecticut. And then if you go out to Orient Point, you take the ferry, you park your car on the ferry, you go up, you can buy some snacks, you can hang out on the roof, it's calm. And it's a real positive, fun experience. You ever take that ferry, right?
Years ago, though, so I haven't recently.
I've done it often. I absolutely love it. And then when you get off, it's like a 20-25 minute drive from like Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods, and probably like an hour or so from Boston.
So with that said, Bruce says that there's a line down the middle of Connecticut. I'm guessing that means he's the line of demarcation for New England versus Mid-Atlantic. So where is that? Where exactly?
I think Bruce is feeling better.
Yeah. I love that. Bruce, tell us. I really want to know. That's really super interesting because Eastern Connecticut is so different than Western Connecticut. It's the same thing with Long Island because the tri-state area is a weird thing unto itself. So while Dave is living in Jersey and I'm living out here, it's still part of that whole same kind of suburban sprawl.
Carol says that North Fork has not been Manhattanized yet.
Yeah. I'm hearing.
I would say the South Fork has.
The South Fork has been very bad.
Yes.
The Hamptons are gone, and I understand infiltration in Montauk from a guy I just saw last week that lives there for 50 years. Said about half of Montauk is now become.
Wow, that's a shame.
Yeah,
wow,
that's a shame.
Our good friend Arnie Garfinkel, who we just talked about, says that he grew up on Dix Hills.
Ah, okay.
Hey, so did I, baby. I was.
Are you guys neighbors?
No, I don't. I lived in. We had the Dix Hills mailing address, but I went to the Comac School District. It's the weirdest kind of thing. So you would write Dix Hills on your mail to me, but I went to the Comac School, so I don't know how that works. I'm sure Arnie grew up going to Half Hollow Hills School District. I was in the Comac School District, but let
us know, Arnie.
Yeah.
Oh, Suzanne's ready to throw down with Bruce Ford.
And yeah.
She says Connecticut is more like the tri-state area and less New England. Bruce, come defend your half, Bruce.
I'm staying out of that one. I'm not even touching that one.
There's
a lot of nuance going on over here. Hey, Arnie, I would like to know if you went to the Bonwit Inn ever. Did you ever eat at the Bonwit Inn? Yeah.
Bonwit.
You remember that place? It just closed because of the pandemic, but that was like
CJ, I have to ask you a question because unlike these two old degenerates and me just getting gray from stress, you look very young and spry and energetic.
I appreciate that.
So
you asking about on a date?
next to
how old are you? A, and B.
I didn't know we were getting personal.
Yeah,
on this
right?
show.
Oh no, this is a very personal show. Everything gets exposed.
Yes.
How old are you, and how do you know Glenn?
Here's your monetization, Glenn.
Yeah.
So I'll tee it up like this. How old do you think I am? That's
good
the
one.
first
Nice.
question.
Throw it back
How
on
old does
him.
everybody think I am? How about that?
All right, put it in the comments, guys.
Yeah.
How old?
50.
I'm
we set
gonna
up a
give
poll?
CJ. There we go. CJ's got a nice shot of CJ. How old do we think CJ is? We're gonna come back to that in a second. Arnie says he was at Half Hollow Hills, whatever that means.
That's exactly what I thought. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Then
It wasn't
doesn't
the
remember what the
Teal
other
school
figure
district,
said.
the Half Hollow Hills School District.
got it.
Thanks for
sorry.
joining us today, Arnie.
42.
That's my producer
All
for
right.
my conference.
Suzanne's got 42.
42.
Carol, Bruce, Arnie, give us a number. I'm gonna go with. So I'm 34, but you look younger than me.
Okay. All right.
But I'm gonna go with 37.
We got 35.
Durain's got
37.
35. All right. So Durain, does that make him as despicable as it makes me? Is the question.
Uh-oh.
Carol's got 49.
Here we go.
49. All right.
49. All right. We're gonna leave this up for another 30 seconds before we have the big reveal. But I really want to know now because Durain has been giving me nonsense about being 34 for the longest time. So if CJ is 35 or younger, is he as despicable as me? It has to be consistent.
But the fact is that he has an understanding of things that happened before the year 2000.
Durain says CJ is adorable. So you're going with 35. All right, CJ. Where's the drum roll, please?
We got drum roll?
All I got is this.
33.
Yay!
Hey! I was gonna go even. CJ has better posture. So CJ, you're 33.
Check his driver's license.
Yeah.
I'm 34.
The reason I got bad posture is because I keep leaning forward. I could definitely sit up. and do
So I know why I'm hanging out with these old degenerates because I'm just trying to do
that.
nothing.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
I know why I'm hanging out with these old geezers.
Yeah.
But what on earth are you doing at the Haussman Pool House, Clubhouse, Smokehouse, Dispensary?
Okay,
in
so
Rock-
now we talk about Glenn. He's off air.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
I'll-
this is good.
I'll talk about Glenn with. I'd rather talk about him with on air, but so what are you doing hanging out with Glenn Haussman?
Well, why not? I mean, we're having a couple of cigars.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. We're drinking some beers. We got some bourbon.
But how did you even come
It's
across?
big.
How did you even come across Glenn?
How did I come across Glenn? Well,
Conference.
before I branched out on my own and started doing PR, I actually worked with Hotel Business Magazine for several years, covering the hospitality space. And so that's how I met up with Glenn, covering the same industry. And we've become best friends since.
Best friends ever
Yeah,
since.
yeah.
How far do you live from Glenn?
About 5-10 minutes.
Did you buy your house
Depending on
because
how the
Glenn,
lights go.
Depending on how the lights go. That's right. Right. The 347 traffic is a little much.
Good answer.
Yeah.
did
John.
you
Good
buy
answer.
your house because Glenn lived there?
No, I've been here all my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then did you buy your house, Glenn, because CJ lived there?
Yeah. That's why I left Brooklyn. The truth is out, people.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Forget
but
wanting,
DJ's on Long Island. I got to be out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Forget
Friday-
wanting to get out of the New York City
Yeah.
noise and traffic.
You should have gone. You could have gone to the Hamptons like the rest of the Manhattanites.
Yeah.
So back in the day, they still have this, but back in the day when we were in our 20s, they would do something called shares. I don't know if you guys know anything about what this is. You get into a house, someone would rent a house, and then they'd share shares. They'd sell shares. So it'd be like everyone would have to like stack up. They'd put like 16 shares in there. So it's like 3-bedroom house, but everyone's sleeping on top of each other. But you're in your early 20s and you don't give an F, right? So you could get a full share, which is every weekend, a half share, which is every other weekend. You know, that's
Sounds like Picasso.
right. And so it'd be like weekend party house kind of a deal out in the Hamptons. And that was a huge thing back at that age.
Sounds like a hostel in the Hamptons.
Oh yeah, my buddy would do it. My buddy did it every summer, and I had no stomach for all that because everybody that did the share was too pretentious, and I couldn't stand them. And, so I would just go out every once in a while and pay like $50 or whatever it was, and hang out.
Glenn, you and I are always in agreement. Everything old is new again.
Yep.
We've got Airbnb, VRBO, Picasso. There's another one out there.
Yeah.
At least another one or two that are doing the same thing. You can buy a share and, it goes out for vacation rentals. What do you and CJ think about this? I think it has the possibility of destroying a lot of neighborhoods, frankly.
That's I think that's exactly what's happening right now in Montauk, CJ.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd agree with that. It's interesting to see who'd be interested in that in the first place. I mean, that's not like it's not my scene, but some other people are, they're interested in that. And how long does that last as well?
Yeah.
I mean, I think
if you look at, I'm not sure about all the companies, but at least with Picasso, just looking at their website, they don't have a financial stake in any of those assets.
Yeah.
So what happens? We're in an inflationary situation right now. Things go south. First things, the keys that are handed in aren't hotels. It's those second and third homes and fractionals and that type of thing. So I don't know. I think there's a recipe for disaster sitting there with all this.
So I think that there's a prime opportunity there. We should create the CBCD LLC, where we pool all of our money together and we just buy up all these foreclosed second and third houses, hold on to them,
all right,
run some Airbnbs or Verbos or whatever you want to do. We can sell your weird fractional setup if you want, Glenn, on one or two of them. And we could be billionaires that then go and live in the Hamptons.
So why don't we crowdsource right now? Yeah. We got people watching the show who wants in to invest.
Let's do it.
Hey, we got a Patreon page. They can donate their money right there.
Perfect. Fantastic.
If you donate towards this project, 100% of the proceeds will go towards something Redbubble related, I'm sure.
Hey, you've got multiple projects that you can put your money in. You could put it into fractional ownership of real estate with Glenn and I, or you could put it into the Glenn and Craig acquisition of Netflix.
Wow, I've just been cut out of my own deal
on a movie.
I feel like I need my attorney on this.
They just cut me out of my own idea. They just cut me out of my own idea.
So
what the hell's going on here?
So
Doreen told me to do that.
Slow.
So Dave, I'm going to make a reference Dave won't have any clue about. So as Sally Struthers would say, for less than a price of a cup of coffee every day, you could support us here at Friday Night Audit.
Who's Sally Struthers?
You don't remember from nephew? Hold on,
I actually don't know. So.
Go on, say it. Say it.
From All in the Family?
Yes.
And she did these commercials, to help the kids in like Ethiopia, because that was a big thing. We cared about Ethiopia for like a year and a half. Hey, there you go. And
that's a scary picture.
Yeah, she was good. She was good with that. So that was a good show.
I never heard of her. So
then there was a spin-off show that she had that lasted like one season.
Baby Dave.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is. That's actually true. I really don't know.
I have
no
idea as well. So
there we go. See, so it's not just me.
I'm not really cultured though, so
I don't know. I still don't get it. I still don't get the kids these days, Craig. I just don't get it.
Damn kids.
Hey, you got two of them going out the door, so that gap's going to get even bigger, Glenn.
Yeah. Seriously, honestly, because there are kids that are on my lawn because there's a bus stop right over there.
You go out every morning. I'm like, get off my lawn.
Oh Lord! Hey, listen, I had never heard of.
It was on at the right time. You know?
I had never heard of fish until Mr. Haussman came into my life. So
I've heard of fish.
Yeah, baby. And just like 5 or 6 weeks, we're going to be going.
yeah, we are. I am so amped. When is that? We're going down. You guys are going down the Thursday. You guys are going down Thursday the 7th, right? Oh, yeah. I'm looking at July. Shoot.
Who knows? Maybe we'll go down Wednesday.
We're going to the 4th. I'm coming down Friday. We're doing a crazy Friday night, a 2-station Friday night audit. We're gonna have hopefully Steve can give us the bowling alley for one of them, and the boxing alley or the boxing ring for the second one. And we're gonna be coming live to you from Showboat. It is going to be magnificent. I can't wait.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that's gonna be awesome.
Dead air. Love how we just transitioned right into dead air.
Dave, that's freaking awesome that you were like that, because that was like barely any time at all before you jumped in, and like I cannot handle a 16th of a second
of dead air.
It drives me bonkers, like you wouldn't believe. So congratulations on being pissed off by that. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, it's because listen, once upon a time I was going to be a real big, good radio person, radio and TV person. That was drilled into you, no dead air.
Yeah.
Even if you have nothing to say, still say it, because it's better than dead air.
That's how I developed the skill of starting a sentence and having no idea where it was going to go. You just talk your way out of it.
That's a Michael Scott Office reference.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, but I'm serious. That's what I went to school for that. And that's exactly what they said there. So the only thing worse than not knowing what you're saying is not saying anything at all.
Yeah.
So just say something to fill the space, because nothing is worse than dead air. So even though we're talking and basically this entire show is one big batch of dead air, at least we're saying something.
Oh, that's right.
True.
Right.
There you go.
There's nothing wrong with filler unless it's in Jocelyn Wildenstein. There's too much filler.
Who?
That's a New York reference that you should have gotten, but it's
Well, let's talk
look
about
up
the
the cat lady of New York.
Cat lady of
New
New York.
Hey, David, bring up photo 2, would you please?
Well, I'm looking up the cat lady of New York right now. Hold on.
All right. All right, we're holding. We get dead air.
No, we don't.
No. You literally. So listen, here's the trick. And Glenn has actually called me out for doing this. If you're trying to stall for time as you look something up, you just speak very slowly, and you just narrate what you're doing. So
it's over enunciate.
I know
it's so difficult for New Yorkers to do.
And the whole thing is with like No Vacancy Live in this show, we got 2 hours of content stuffed into 1 hour because we're New Yorkers.
Right. There you go.
Yeah. I always try to slow
there
down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, she was a big Page 6 person. That in the New York Post, the gossip page was Page 6, and she was a big deal because she's just like unfortunately, like, I don't know, she must have some sort of body dysmorphia or something like that. She got crazy with the plastic surgery, and
She's
back in her
addicted to
day, it was okay to call that out and make fun of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So picture 2. Before we get there, Craig, real quick, Doreen wants to know a very important question. One is Atlantic City. What are the dates? She wants to come.
No way.
Nice.
August 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, partying on the 8th. Fish is playing 3 triumphant shows on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have an awesome time.
I would absolutely love for Doreen to get there. Because I remember, if I remember correctly, Doreen's a pretty good gambler too, no? So me and her could hit the tables. Oh, Doreen, make it happen.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
What do we all?
She's going to hit you with the tables.
Yeah,
What's
that's
going
a
to
good
happen?
What do we all play at the casino?
Dave, what's your game?
Do we have enough time? We only have 20 minutes left in the show.
Everything at the casino.
So I have, at some point in my life, played poker, blackjack, pie gow, roulette, craps, 3-card poker, 4-card poker, Texas Hold'em on the table.
Have you played Casino War?
Yes. Only to say that I did it, because I think it's so stupid.
It was when it was in Vegas Vacation. It was a joke, and then they actually introduced it.
And then people play it. So I did find it at one casino. I can't remember what casino it was. It might have been in Atlantic City. I had to literally, I just put down, I think, a $5 just to say I did it. Of course I lost. But I had to at least do it. Durain says no fish, but Dave and I are going to gamble. I'm in.
Yeah.
100% in. I'll send my wife to fish with Glenn. We'll go gamble, Durain.
Don't worry,
Durain.
the music is so loud coming off the beach, you can hear it in the casino.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
But so CJ, to answer your question though, my main games are poker, Texas Hold'em poker, blackjack, 3-card poker, and craps. You can usually find me in one of those 4 rotationals throughout my casino day.
Okay.
Nice. What about you, CJ?
So
Nice.
primarily I play poker, right? Like I don't know if I said this to you guys before though, but I actually wanted to become a professional poker player. When I was younger.
This is new.
Yeah, so I wanted to play poker professionally, moved to Vegas.
Wow.
And my parents were like, "Hey, you should probably just go to college and get a degree and do something." And so
at the beginning of the sentence, I guess you go either way.
Yeah, so now here I am. I don't know. Maybe I should have played poker.
Oh my God.
Vegas. I loved it, but that's what I primarily play and where I probably make the most money compared to all the other games.
Yeah.
But if I'm with people, I'll play craps and roulette and all of those fun games. But
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
All right, Craig, what about you?
Primarily blackjack, but I do love roulette, and good story involving Durain.
Yeah.
We were in Vegas at the Palms, and I was up $400 or $500 playing roulette, and she came in and bet the opposite color of me and wiped me out with one spin.
What is this?
I told her my meals are all on her the rest of the week.
Who's this?
Durain did that.
Oh, Durain said to leave us your ATM cards while you guys are at the concert. I co-sign that. So listen,
David's wife doesn't allow him to have an ATM.
we all
card.
know this is true. Durain is a very, very influential and smart lady, so we have to take her advice. So listen, guys, hand them over as soon as we get down there. ATM cards. You have to follow the leader. She's the leader, so let's make it happen, guys.
You'd be very disappointed when you see the balance in my bank account.
Well, but is she still up in Canada?
Durain, I feel like we've talked about this before, but Durain, what's your game? I think it might have been blackjack, but it could be something else. But Durain, let us know your game.
I'll tell you, when it comes to blackjack, I'm too nervous to play in the casino because I'm always afraid I'm not going to do the right
people
thing.
yell at you,
and they're a-holes, right?
Yeah.
And they can't take it.
That's right.
Right. Because of freaking Dave. Because of Dave, I'm stuck in a slot machine pushing that button, and because it's
did you
it's all
just
I can
hit in
handle.
the first position?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Cards.
That's true though, because Anthony, we've done our various casino trips.
Yep.
Durain made $3,000 yesterday on slots, so maybe not a bad deal for you, Glenn.
Nice.
But we do our various trips. We've been to Mohegan, we've been to Borgata.
Hey, Mohegan, August 9th, baby.
We've been to Resorts World. Anthony and I usually play something, typically blackjack. Glenn never, ever joins us. Not once has he joined us. Even when we went to the casino during the Super Bowl halftime show while we were at Resorts World, I'm playing blackjack. Glenn's over in some rando slot. There was nobody that you could have just joined me, Glenn.
I don't understand those slot machines. Those slot machines are too complicated for me. You got to go across, diagonal. You got to go this way, that one, this one. I'm like, did I win? Did I not win?
What they do is you bet like 75 cents, and then they make you win by winning 33 cents, but they've stolen 40 cents from you, but they make you feel good about it.
Right. Yeah,
right?
That's right.
Congratulations, you lost 40 cents.
That's right, exactly.
Here's a nice little song and jingle for you.
Right, exactly.
So for the blackjack players in the room, are you guys, I don't want to out anybody here, but are you card counters at all?
It's hard now because they're all 4 or 5.
Can't count cards.
Yeah.
I mean, you still could. There's still single deck. You still can, but I'm not
that talented.
I'm not smart enough to.
Does your brain work that way?
No, mine doesn't. I'm just asking.
I do at times though. I won't say I can necessarily card count to a card counter specification, but I do.
Yeah.
I am able to kind of remember to a degree the clusters of cards that have come out. So I know if the shoe is coming out very heavy with 10s and aces in the top, that in the bottom is going to be a lot of littles left, or vice versa. So it doesn't always fan out that way, but I can definitely notice the pattern when it does.
And so you're adjusting your bets, right?
Right. So I'm not going to sit there and say I'm card counting, but I can I'll say, okay, the back end of the shoe, It's been a lot of low cards in the first half of
You
this
happen
deal.
to notice.
I'm gonna bet a little more aggressive here if I have a 10 position that I need to come out. Now, of course, with my luck, the whole second half of the deck is 10s and face cards, and I bet heavy, and it comes out to be a 3. So, I may know what I'm doing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually going to get the results.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
My favorite game is craps, and I do like playing craps. But lately, when it's like $15, $25 minimums, in order to really play craps, you got to put a lot of money down on the table, and that I don't feel good about that. But I love it because it's so much freaking fun.
It is fun.
Particularly the action. You love that.
I
that
love
motion.
it. And everybody's into it, and everyone's in it together. Except if
Yeah.
that
Oh,
one that's
goes
a dope
to-
pass line. They're like, F you, dude.
It's a fun game. It's one of those games that have to be explained to me every single time I go and do. Then I enjoy it when I'm with a group of people. Yeah.
It's not complicated at all. It's just so many little mini games happening all at once, which creates that overall sense of confusion for people. But it's so much fun, particularly Craig. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but when you're hot on the dice and you're rolling them, and you're doing roll after roll, and the only time you hit a 7 is before is on the come out roll, and then people are making money off of that. That's just like such a great feeling.
It's never happened to me because I don't play craps. It's too fast for me. I need to be able to see everything and watch the players around me. So that's why I'll go into blackjack. Now, hungover Sunday morning after I think Springsteen in Vegas a few years ago, buddy of mine, his wife, and I are all sitting at the Center Island bar drinking raspberry daiquiris. We just wanted to get the brain freeze. Right. And I loaded up the slot machine in the bar, and I drew into a royal flush and got $1,000.
Oh, nice.
And all I could do was point at the screen. I couldn't say anything. And my buddy's wife hit the save button on every card. Buddy,
do it.
Honestly, I've been getting much more into video poker lately. Because I've been in casinos so much lately that the more I'm in casinos, the more I want to play. If I'm there for 4 or 5 days, I don't even think about it. The first day, second day, but by the end, it's just like right. So I like video poker because you could play for 25, 50, 75 cents depending on how you're feeling. Have a couple of cocktails and. You kind of do all right.
You don't like sitting down playing poker, though?
No.
Okay.
No, because I will be the sucker at the table.
At the table.
Yeah.
As they say, if you can't figure out the sucker at the table it's you.
It's you. Yeah.
Right. Sitting at the bar,
you're fine. Nobody's looking at you.
If you put in the right amount of money at the beginning, then you get a free cocktail or two. Yeah. You'll talk to the bartender.
Yeah, you're sitting there.
You want to talk about getting yelled at for not playing right. Go to a poker table and play a bad hole hand and luck out and hit. Wait till you see the vengeance from all the rest of those players coming your way. Go start in with a 7-2 offsuit and get a 7-7-2 on the flop, and you'll see rage like you've never seen before in your life. But the one game I've learned to play is if you do it the way I do it, it's a slow burn.
You learn Uno.
You're not going to make a lot of money. You're not going to make a lot of money quickly. But I've never left this game down, and that's 3-card poker.
Really?
So 3-card poker, if you're not familiar with it, is what it sounds like. It's poker with 3 cards. It's basically at a blackjack table. Everybody's playing against the dealer. There's not a lot of strategy involved, but everybody gets 3 cards. The dealer gets 3 cards, and you play by the traditional poker hands, except the straight and the flush are swapped. The straight and the flush are swapped compared to traditional poker.
What do you mean by swapped?
So typically in traditional poker, straight beats a flush. Yes, straight beats a flush. In this one, flush beats a straight.
Yeah,
in this one, straight beats a flush.
Right.
So they're flopped in terms of the hierarchy, just for this particular thing. So basically, the way it works is you put a bet down for the ante, which gets you your cards. You get the 3 cards. The dealer gets 3 cards. You look at your cards. If you have a hand that you think is going to beat the dealer, you put an equal amount bet on the play section.
Right.
If you win, then you win basically both bets. So you get two, basically, double up.
Right.
Unless the dealer doesn't qualify. The reason that this qualification thing is because since you see your cards first, if you have a shit hand, you can toss your cards away. You don't have to put money on the play.
Right.
You just lose your ante.
Yep.
So the non-qualification is the dealer saying, okay, I didn't qualify. I'm only going to lose one part of my bet. Point being, if you play, you have a good chance of winning the hand, so you get paid your ante and your play. If you have a shit hand, you just toss your cards and you just lose your ante. More often than not, you're playing good hands, you're going to win, you're going to double up your money. Where people get suckered in is they have these side bets, bonus, a pair plus, and these other bonus bets that they get suckered in.
$5 chip on the little circle.
On the little circle. Yeah. So literally every time I play this game, talk about rage. Every time I play this game, everybody at that table is looking at me like I'm fucking insane because I'm not playing the pair plus. I'm not playing the 6-card bonus. And every single time I just tell them, I'm just here to play. I'm having fun. And every single time I watch all of them run through all of their money, hit one big hand, look at me and say, see, and I'm like, yeah, but you watch what happens, lose all their money again.
Right.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting there and my stack is just slowly getting bigger, slowly getting higher.
They're just getting siphoned of $1 at a time every single hand, right?
So
I don't play the traditional casino games, so I stick with poker, man, because they all have an advantage on all those games.
Oh yeah,
and poker they take a rake, but at least you're playing against other players.
Well, the best bet in the entire casino is when you put money behind your bet on the pass line on the craps table.
It's called the odds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the only time. Hey, we're getting a big glare on our screen. I'm going to move our umbrella. Be right back.
Oh, we're at a beach club. We don't have somebody doing that for us.
The pool boy,
the pool boys graduated. They're not there anymore.
They graduated.
So Glenn's got to do it himself.
Looks good.
But again, so CJ, next time you go down to a casino, check out 3-card poker. Play it the my way. It's not something you're going to make a ton of money on. It's a slow burn, but more often than not, you can increase your winnings. And I use that as a way to cover my losses in other games. So I'm like, all right, I'm down $150. I'll go play 3-card poker and I'll end up making it back.
Well, it's interesting you say that because I used to, if I was down in poker, for example, I would go and play blackjack and try to get some of that money back. And then I would go back and play poker again with it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
All the secrets of us degenerate gamblers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
When I was there for in Vegas for the fish shows in October, I'm not even sure I put $1 into a machine the entire time I was there.
You said you were going to come play craps with me, and we go into AC, right, go?
Yeah, totally. I think.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, I'm totally in. We're absolutely going to do that. But I have to make sure I get the right position, which is usually just to the right of the dude that's on your side, right? Because I want to be able to. I want to be able to him on the right side because I want to be able to like throw the dice with my right hand. I don't like when you're on the other side of the table and you have to do it backwards.
Just don't throw it off the table.
I've seen it happens. It happens to me all the time. I'm a terrible shooter. I really am a terrible shooter. But listen, we may not be able to play too much craps because listen, guys, we know about inflation. We know about gas prices. But have you guys seen some of these hotel parking prices lately?
Here we go.
Oh yeah, Chicago's always been super expensive. I was shocked 4 years ago and it was $65. So what is that? 78.
$79 for overnight or up to 24
What are you charging?
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, so we the same as like them. They partner with the garage. The garage next to me charges. We get a discount here. It's $55 for sedans, and it goes up from there with our discount. $65 regular.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not 78.
We're mid 40s in a lot of places here. LAX may be the exception, and.
I was at the Margaritaville and I parked at a non-affiliated parking lot with them across the street, It was only it was less than $60 for being there. So I mean,
there you go.
A lot of the parking rates have come down since the pandemic because garages are still like anybody else. They struggle for revenue, right? So they still haven't fully come back. See, revenue managers for parking lots. But listen, guys, there is a thing about that too. A simple fact now.
Yeah.
Beer is cheaper than gas.
I know.
Drink. Don't drive.
Cheers to that. There we go.
Yep,
Cheers, gentlemen.
exactly. So, CJ, I'm guessing you're Ubering home.
Probably. I mean, it looks like it. We've been drinking a few beers.
Not
here.
bad. It's only been 3 beers.
It's only 10 minutes. Just go walk yourself over there. Hop on the bike. Hop on a bike.
They're actually non-alcoholics.
Yeah, that's what they.
Oh, you guys are really partying hard over there. But listen, guys, I have to go pick up somebody from an airport soon. So we're going to get to the best part of the show,
baby. Right, it's time for the Plug-a-Palooza. CJ, what are you doing in the world of PR these days, man?
Well, so for people who don't know, I have my own PR firm. We offer media relations, content relations services, crisis communications. So anybody who's
how are you going to handle the crisis of being on this show?
I was going to say you're not really doing a good job of that.
Luckily, it's a Friday. Luckily, it's a Friday, so people are going to forget about it by the time Monday comes. I love it. So if you're looking to, increase your brand awareness, visibility in the hospitality industry, contact me, CJ at CJMediaSolutionsLLC.com. We just got a nice new website. Dave, maybe you want to pull that up. I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
At CJMediaSolutionsLLC.com. Contact me and we'll have a discussion.
Yeah, too bad Dave's so slow.
It's
going to get it. See what you need to speak slower.
Slowly, Dave.
We are
looking visit my website. When we as New Yorkers There we go.
There we go. Look at that. Hey, another first. A guy smoking a cigar and he gets his website up on the show too.
There we go. Fantastic.
The land of first. Dave, what's going on with you?
Well, I'm just showing off CJ's new website while I do this. Oh, who's that?
Oh, look at that. Look at that smile.
Who's 33, not 49 or 37 or some of the other options we had out there.
Now, I have to ask CJ, was the lack of capitalization here a stylistic choice or just a typo?
Where are we looking?
The MM being under lowercase.
That's a stylistic choice.
Stylistic choice. That really means it was a mistake, and he's just trying to cover it for himself.
Stylistic choice.
No, honestly, I want to promote. Get ready for that amazing Atlantic City trip show. I'm actually really, really excited about it. I think it's going to be really fun because I'm going to bring my box. Glenn, you're going to have your box. We're going to have a bunch of people on 2 different things. We can actually rotate. People can go to different sections.
Oh my God!
One person can come down and bowl, then go to the boxing ring. It's going to be a lot of fun. So watch that show. It's going to be a complete disaster. Maybe we should do a little of an extended show that day since we're all going to be down there already.
We'd have to start earlier because we don't want.
No. We have to start earlier. Maybe do like a 4:30 to 6 instead of a 5 to 6.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a madhouse. And Durain, if you do make it out, which would be absolutely spectacular, you can be on the show as well. I would love for that. We can talk some gambling strategies. So make it happen. And we're going to make Andrea proud by playing blackjack by the rules.
Hey, Andrea.
That's why I'm not going to be playing blackjack.
That's why.
Yeah. Hey, Craig, any updates?
Yes.
Oh.
We've got 2 shows left for Click Connect, and we're wrapping the season.
Nice.
And you and David are the last show of the year.
Am I still beating Glenn and
season,
Hughes? So we know who the star attraction is.
Yeah. You guys are both.
I was on as well. It was a great show. Right? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. So we're wrapping up season 6. We've got a big announcement coming up. Hopefully next week. Click 2023. And then David, if you could bring up that third photograph, please.
Well, this will be the 4th on the show, but I understand it's the 3rd you sent me.
Come on, got to get you working.
Hey,
my grandson turned 6 on Saturday, so we're going to the Great Wolf Lodge swimming.
There's a lot of people here at this resort.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
It's amazing.
it's a great live audience that we have over here at the Haussman Resort.
Absolutely.
To the B Brewery.
So that's it. That's
Awesome.
bye.
All right.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
We're not having Glenn do it. We're not having Glenn do it.
I got nothing.
Hey, there's a puppy.
Hey,
what a cute puppy. Who's a good boy?
It's a good girl.
Good girl.
Right. So, hey, my plug is tuned in next week for a great story about how all the wiring in my house is totally effed up and it's costing me a fortune to get fixed. Stick around for that.
Yeah, I thought we were doing a show next week.
Oh, yeah, no show next week. I'm going to be on a plane.
No show.
Someone's gonna be a slacker and decide to fly home that time.
That's right. I couldn't.
Can't even afford to buy the Wi-Fi on the plane to join us from 30,000 feet in the air. There's no dedication. There's just no dedication.
The rules explicitly say you're not allowed to do streaming on the plane.
Do they really?
Well, in the rules.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
But you're not streaming. You're live broadcasting.
I like that.
All right, Dave, take us out of here.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the
See you
weather.
in a couple of weeks. We'll be back on July 8th with Chris Daly.
That show is going to be.
We'll find out who's the better PR person on Friday Night Audit.
I think we need to have a battle in the backyard. CJ versus Chris.
That's true.
In the pool when we open that pool.
Oh yeah, I think Chris is going to come for the end of the AC run too. So
water polo. Water polo tournament between you two.
You mentioned polo, dude.
Well, I mentioned polo, not water polo.
But you were
polo with the
you
horses.
were supposed to talk about that.
We didn't bring it up.
All right, we got to go.
We did.
All right, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.
Take care, guys.